Long live pixel art! I fell into some pixel pandemonium this week, but there was also great chaos from elsewhere. A quick look at the list. Pixel pandemonium, millions are drawing on a live digital canvas, one pixel at a time. Curated Cuts sees a spot bursting with creativity, fun, and joy from children, plus Tilda Swinton's call to be weird. Sneaky YouTube, AI enhancements to videos without telling users and asking permission. Netflix has a big cinema weekend and releases AI guidelines. Creator brands, is the buzz and belief around them kind of cooling down now? And Bundesliga on YouTube, German football's unbundled rights find creator channels on YouTube. Let's get to it. This is the Color Bar, a collision of creativity, culture, tech, and brands. Pixel Pandemonium. I was drawn into wplace, a live digital canvas millions are drawing on one pixel at a time. Launched just a few weeks ago in late July, this deceptively simple looking website already has more than 10 million users. What is it? A giant shared world map on which you can drop pixels which everyone can see. Place it anywhere you like, but you get only one pixel every 30 seconds. That's it. The rest is imagination, creativity, and persistence. What it has led to is all kinds of imagery, some solo, many working collaboratively. Zoom into a major city and it's really pixel pandemonium. I spotted game sprites, anime heroes, sports clubs, university crests, fast food icons, train stations, national flags, pop culture characters, celebrities, who knows what else. Some are carefully crafted mosaics, others feel like random joyful graffiti scrawls. Since pixels are doled out slowly, big designs take patience and some serious coordination. Users form groups, working for hours on end to form logos or build giant murals. Sometimes you might need to protect your turf. Others could swoop in to overwrite pixels. What emerges is not always polished art, but for many, the point must be the rush of real time creation. The dynamics of geography, the teamwork, the tribal nature of choices, I find these all fascinating. But equally, it's quite something to while away many minutes hopping from one part of the globe to another. There's a one click random locator that helps you explore. Or maybe you're keen to find places that mean something to you and you can manually go there. Digital graffiti, map mural, global doodle, call it what you will, but it sure is captivating. A mix of sheer internet chaos, collaborative focus, unpredictable creativity, and imagining a single dot become part of something larger. Take a look, scroll around, and see what the world is doodling today. Long live pixel art. Curated cuts, as always, it's better to head to the newsletter and check these out. 1. You go, kids! Not all the kids are zombies, not all lost in the void of social media. Enjoy this spot bursting with creativity, fun, and the joy of watching children in action. Channel 4 dropped a oneer, an ambitious, energetic, action packed one shot trailer to promote the return of their Educating Yorkshire series. The entire spot has been done in collaboration with students who wrote, planned, and starred in it, soundtracked by the school band. Between the single take and the distinct school and student look, there's an undeniable adolescence vibe here, but that crushing emotional and social weight is replaced with a rather more celebratory feel. Channel 4 got Paddington and Peru director Dougal Wilson on board and conducted 12 workshops involving over 400 Yorkshire students. Quote, pupils became writers and actors, photographers, voiceover artists, producers, and even media buyers. It's never easy to work on such projects with kids. This one is next level difficult and next level rewarding. 2. Be bold, gentle monster. Disclaimer number 1, I am not quite sure what to make of this one. Disclaimer number 2, I am not particularly familiar with eyewear brand Gentle Monster, and it's a penchant for theatrical, bold aesthetics. With that out of the way, have a look at Tilda Swinton ushering in a new collection for the South Korean brand. An energetic spot, the futurist techno wild rave vibe could sweep you along in a heady rush or equally drop you cold in bewilderment. These polarities are represented well in two viewer comments I spotted. 1. 5 minutes ago, I didn't know you existed, and right now you are the most cool brand in the world. 2. I have no idea what you're advertising here. Having said that, Swinton is someone who can carry this strange vibe of a real, unreal, powerful, weird being The heaving, swinging, pulsating crowd, though, has an unreal AI esque feel to it, which I am less than enthused by. But we could all do worse than to listen to this lady. Stand true, stay weird, be bold. Sneaky YouTube AI. YouTube made AI enhancements to videos without telling users or asking permission. The platform is altering a limited number of YouTube shorts, though neither the creators nor the viewers had been told. Irrespective of where one might be on the AI spectrum, doing this sans creator content and informing the viewers seems to be a pretty low bar. The use of the term machine learning, as if this is just some mundane tweak, isn't great either. YouTube said this is a quote traditional machine learning technology to unblur, denoise, and improve clarity in videos during processing. End quote. These kind of steps can feel sneaky and cause an erosion of trust, even more of a concern for the creators than the platform. Viewers might assume creators are using AI without disclosure and form their judgments accordingly. A quote from a creator: "If I wanted this terrible over sharpening, I would have done it myself. But the bigger thing is, it looks AI generated. I think that deeply misrepresents me and what I do and my voice on the internet." End quote. Also, why is YouTube really doing this? Is it a test or some other longer play? Or, as a YouTube commentator on the video said, they can't make AI look fully real, so they are making real look like AI. Interesting. Netflix weekend at the cinema. Netflix going for theatricals. Rules are meant to be broken, I guess. Their streaming hit and cultural freight train, K pop Demon Hunters, found its way to the big screens. 2 months after it premiered on Netflix, the streamer put the animated sensation in over 1,700 cinemas in the US and 4 other countries to boot. For a sing along fan fest this past weekend with karaoke caption screenings. Fans were invited to dress up, whip their phones out, and film themselves singing at the top of their voices. It's an interesting reverse journey for a film to make, but not one we should expect will form any sort of pattern for the streamer. Oh, also, it topped the weekend box office. Netflix's AI guidelines. Netflix has released some guidelines for the production partners on the use of AI. The overall approach seems to be based on transparency and legal safety. The use for ideation and development and non final assets, or temporary use as they term it, seems straightforward to move ahead with, while other uses need to be cleared. Two extracts. We expect all production partners to share any intended use of GenAI with their Netflix contact, especially as new tools continue to emerge with different capabilities and risks. Another one: if the output includes final deliverables, talent likeness, personal data, or third party IP, written approval will be required before you proceed. Their proposed use case matrix is linked, as well as a quick breakdown from Lucy and Harriet. Creator brands. Meh. We have heard for some time now on the flywheel of successful creators. Content is not enough. Make your brand, create a product, have real life experiences, expand, expand, expand. Then, recently, there have been a few takedowns of how creators or celeb fronted brands have failed. Scott Vandenberg spent a week to map out the celebrity brand flops from 2024, finding that 47 brands shuttered and $450 million evaporated. Jim Louderback's Inside the Creator Economy touched on it too this week, citing it as a key takeaway from a recent summit with creators and stakeholders. Quote, CPG is brutal. Unless they know better than others in the market, creators shouldn't launch products. Beating consumer packaged goods companies is ridiculously hard. End quote. Sounds about right to me. Successful consumer brands or products need expertise, not just great content creators. But I am curious, are creators now best served, after all, sticking to their lane and making content? Is their growth going to come from IPs and setting up studios or media brands? Is this all not familiar? Football on YouTube, the latest chapter. Amidst the headlines about creator Mark Goldbridge and the overlap becoming partners with the Bundesliga for its new season, it should be noted that this unbundling still means Sky Sports in the UK will continue to air the Prime fixture and Amazon will have PPV for others. The interesting bit is on Friday games. All matches will be live and free on BBC iPlayer and Bundesliga's YouTube account. Additionally, 20 matches will find their way to other YouTube channels from Goldbridge and the overlap. Watch alongs, if you will. Simulcasts across platforms, is this redundant, devaluing, or simply going wherever the audience is? The tricky bit is both answers could apply depending on which provider you are. It can be argued this will over time erode value for entrenched players, which could be simultaneously true along with being a good thing for audiences. More crucially, from the point of view of the sport, it is a path to continued fandom building and not losing fans in a fragmented, attention manic world. In the long term, will that affect revenue and profitability? Highly likely, but it would appear that many sports appear very much to be on the brink of reduced media rights revenues anyway. In that sense, the reluctance to hasten the reduction is understandable, but many, like Roger Mitchell, argue federations must move fast or risk accelerated irrelevance. Quote, this isn't a fork in the road where sport and broadcasters can choose to maybe ignore YouTube. That war is lost. There is no alternative but to engage. End quote. Also worth considering, this is not quite the radical move from Bundesliga that it might immediately appear to be. It could as well be a reaction to tighter purse strings from their traditional partners. For their part, a positive spin on it. Quote, our approach is as diverse as our supporters. By combining established broadcasters with digital platforms and content creators, we are taking a progressive step in how top level football can be experienced. End quote. The other aspect to this, it will be a test of what kind of audience, both size and passion, that creators will bring in, given they do not have the highest profile fixtures. A sort of check on whether fans come for the creator or the actual sport, and which enjoys more primacy. Can these creators build the sport or only stem the slowdown on traditional? You might recall other such deals, most notably Kaze TV in Brazil with multiple FIFA deals, plus some French rugby in the UK and Saudi football in France. I've linked to a considerably deep dive by James Mortimer. That's it for this week. Go check out some pixel art around the globe. If you have thoughts, recommendations, or ideas how we can team up, let's talk. I work with individuals and teams on content and creativity. If you like this, please do subscribe and share with friends or colleagues who you think might enjoy it. For something a little more eclectic and curious, there's my bi weekly Substack, Coffee and Conversations. Have a great week!